Hi, Mike here from SupremeGadgets. Hope we're all having a great day. It's been a while, but hopefully we're back this year with some more videos. So today's video, we're going to actually be looking at a couple of old Skyboxes and tearing them down to take the hard drive out of them, because these are not really used anymore. We don't have Sky anymore, so the Skyboxes got left. So yeah, we're going to take the hard drives out and reuse them for the computer, really. So we've got two types of Skybox here. We've got the old 500GB one, Sky+HD, and then this is a terabyte one. Now the terabyte one is on slightly different because the case looks different, but the metal bit inside, the actual physical inside, is virtually the same. So what we're going to do is, because I've to move that to one side, because we've actually taken this one apart, I'm going to show you already how to just take the case off, and then we'll move on to the 500 gig, because I haven't done that at all, and we're going to be taking it apart together. So really, for this style of Sky+HD box, is what we need to do to start with is unscrew some screw holes here, here, here. And then there is one on the back, just at the side of the HDMI port, not above it, but at the side of the HDMI port there. So what we do is, once we've done that, is pull these two up a little bit, and then we want to pull the two sides out, like so. That's got rid of them. They're just sort of vents, fancy word vents. And then we want to, this is a tricky bit, pull these out a bit, and I think it is a bit tricky, but you pull it up and then slide that forward, and then it comes out. As you can see, there's like a locking mechanism on them. Do that on both sides. Pull that forward, hopefully, and then pull that off. Okay, so you're okay with that so far? And then we pull this forward. Remember, you make sure you've unscrewed that screw, and then this just slides forward like so. And that is the case itself. That's the main part of the unit. As you can see, I've taken the insides out of this one. I just sort of put it back together just to show on video how to take it apart. And that's the shell. So moving on to the 500 gig model, what we'll do is we'll take this apart. Now, to take this one apart, is we've got a couple of screws on the back. I don't know if you can see them, just there, and on that side there. So we'll just whiz them out quick with a Phillips head screwdriver, hopefully, or you could just use a drill if you wanted, I suppose. So going back here, so what we do then is we flip them two up here, these two little catches here, and as we flick that one up, that just pushes out and comes out. And you can see that's just a vent. Chuck that to one side. Do the same to this side. That comes out. And as you can see there, we've got the vents. And on that side as well. There's the fan on that side. Now we have to pull the label off here, which is like the warranty void thing, but who cares about that? It's that old, this box. I think it's over 10 years old. And then we pull this catch up here and shunt it backwards. And it takes a little bit of a whittle. So as you can see now, we've got the case off. It is exactly the same as the other one, and this is where we showing where we left off with the other one. Is we've got the front panel, so this needs to be removed before the casing can go any further. So what we just need to do is get a pair of pliers, and we have little metal clips there, which just need to bend a little bit over, and do the same on this side. And anywhere else you can see sort of a clip holding the circuit board into place, just bend them so that they go through the hole like that, like so. And there's one more there. And then we'll pull that out, hopefully. Pull that one off. And then this clip here, this just pushes out, hopefully. It is a bit of a faff, but they do eventually come out, like so. That's come out. And then there's little black clips here, I don't know if you can see them, which just unclip and unclip that one. And this comes out of here, this connector. And then hopefully... Okay, so the top bit is virtually the same. You just have to unclip or pull back a few of these clips. There's one there, and then a couple at the top there. And then we just pull that off. Hopefully it'll come off. And then the whole unit just comes off like that. And that's your unit, which would be all the buttons on the front of the Skybox. You can use some of the buttons, I suppose, if you want to do some project. Other than that, that's just rubbish, really, I think. So, onto the box itself now. We've got up to the point where we can take the top part of it off. So, again, we have a load of these little metal things, which are here, here, I'm trying to count them up here, and there, I believe. So, we pull them back. So you just literally pull them back like that. And hopefully get them all done. That one done, and then that one done as well. And just checking to see if there's any other areas. And then we lift it up here. Lift it up. You just lift it up like that, and then it comes out. There you go. That's just the metal bit. So put that to one side. So now we're on to the insides of the Skybox, and as you can see, we've got the main board here, and this is the processor with the heatsink on top. We have the power supply unit on this side, and the hard drive underneath. And we've got SATA cables connected for the hard drive there, so it is a SATA hard drive. And then the power supply as well. So to take the hard drive out, what we've got to do is to firstly remove the main board. So to do that, again on the back of the unit, there is a screw above the HDMI port and one on the Ethernet port. I think you need to remove that one, so I've just removed that one. And one on the main board itself, just here near where the fan is. So we'll just remove these quickly. And we'll get the one out the HDMI port. Okay. And then I will just remove this Ethernet one. I am not sure whether you need to or not on this one, but I will remove it anyway. There's a couple on the serial port here which we just need to remove quickly. And I think I tend to just grab a couple of pliers because these are really tight actually. So remove these as well. They're dead easy to remove once you've got a plier on them. Just undo them a little bit and then yeah, they just unscrew quite easily, you can see there. Okay, so once you've removed them, we've just again got a couple of other ones I've meant about on the back here, which again are these little screws for the satellite port. So we'll just get these with a pair of pliers, just undo them a little bit. Right, so we have the screws out now. So what we'll do is we'll just unplug this cable, the SATA cable, which is a nice clip in, and the power. I think that's the power. So we'll just remove that as well from the main board. If they will come out. There we go. And then we have little cable ties here as well, which we will just need to cut off. Right, so after you've cut the cable ties here, and I think there's one here, I don't think you need to cut this one, you can just pull these wires back. Like so, we'll just pull the little fan one out here, little fan power supply from the motherboard, hopefully, if it'll come out. Just takes a bit of effort, there you go. And then the main board, I don't know if you can see actually, is attached to the power supply right here. I don't think it's not easy to see on the camera. So what you need to do is to push up on the main board to release it when it comes out. I'll show you this in a minute. Board, hopefully it might come loose. There you go. And that is the main board there. I've got the heatsink and the processor underneath, which is actually a Broadcom processor. So we'll pop that to one side. And now we're on to the actual hard drive, which is the part we want. So first things first is to sort of remove the power supply, I think. Get rid of that. Try and get rid of these cables best we can. So undo that SATA cable, and these are clipped in, so they are a bit fiddly to get out. Hopefully, I need to unplug that power supply as well. There you go. They're certainly in quite well, these. I think these are clipped. There you go, just a little clip. As you can see on the power supply there. Just a little clip on that side. So that's the power unit supply. And then that is the SATA, which again is plugged into here, so we can remove that if we wanted to. So you could actually have your own little SATA cable. I don't think they're any use. Now we've got to the hard drive. And to remove the hard drive caddy, so we need to remove a screw there, just on that side, just there. This screw here. And then there's one in the middle. Again, I don't know if all these 3 screws are totally necessary, but best to be safe than sorry, really. And then we've got this screw on the side of the hard drive, just here. You can see that, just here, just there, which we can just undo as well. And then this should, oh yes, we've got a couple of other things, a couple of the little metal clip things here which need to be bent. They're a bit of a faff, to be honest, and hopefully they're going to come out. Right, so after a bit of time I've come back because I was struggling with these. You've really got to make sure these are loose. I've also pulled the black clip off the front here, because I don't even needed that. But then all you do is, in theory, it does take a bit of effort because you just pull that out and then that comes out like that, and that is the hard drive right there. We've got a little bit of black tape on that side, or whatever it is. And then we've just got a mounting bracket on this side, which we just need to remove. Oops. And then that is it. That is the hard drive. You can see it's a Seagate hard drive, and it is a 500 gigabytes. You can see that on there. It's a Pipeline HD2. So I think these are designed for PVRs, but they can be used in computers as well. And you've got the SATA connector there. So that's it, really. And the rest of this, we'll have a quick look at the inside. We have the power supply unit there, and we have the fan, and then obviously the connectors on the back. Some are on the main board, like the Ethernet, the dish inputs, Ethernet, HDMI, that sort of thing on the main board, and then the analog kind of ones are on the bottom, which is quite interesting, on the power supply board. So that is the Sky box, and what we will do is just have a quick look while we're here at the main board as well. And this is a Broadcom processor. Now I have shown this in a short I put out the other day, so I won't remove the heatsink on this one. As you can see, that's where the processor is. It's system on a chip, and I think it's about 450 megahertz, which isn't fast in comparison to these days, but it does what it does. It seemed to work very well. Obviously they've moved on to the Sky Q boxes now, so really these aren't much use anymore, apart from obviously if you've still got them. If you're going with Sky, then you get a brand new box. So if you are chucking these out, you might as well take the hard drive out. So first things first, really. So there you go. That is how to remove a hard drive from a Sky Plus box. Hope you've enjoyed this video and hope you found it useful. If you have, please make sure to smash that like button and obviously hit the subscribe as well. And we'll be back hopefully very soon with some more videos. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.